Hey, welcome to a new episode of Inevitably Great Season 3. Today I want to share a different nuance of something that already emerged in this podcast. And it's this idea, this discovery that for me is breathtaking, groundbreaking, honestly, we that our potential is not a variable, that we cannot express sometimes 100% of us and sometimes 80% of us and sometimes 60%. And I know it looks like, kind of in the same way that it really looks like it's the sun revolving around the earth. We just know it isn't. It's the same. It really looks like you can see, we could look at the movie of our life and we can see days where we were excellent and doing incredibly well. And then we can see days when we are really sucky. And so it really seems like, see, well, that day it was me at 100% and that day it was me at 70%. Only it doesn't make any sense. And I already talked about it in a previous episode. But even though with all my caveats and with my inside out understanding and with a lot of things to say on it, but ultimately the idea that our potential equals, sorry, our performance equals potential minus interference makes sense. Like it seems like, yeah, it's true. Like the way we show up and the way we perform ultimately is our potential minus something that gets in the way so that it's not 100 anymore. Now it's 80, 60, 30, 10. Because as I said, it really looks like it. That seems to be our experience. Oh my God, yesterday I played that game that was incredible, and why today was it different? But if you bear with me for a second, if you consider, accept for a second possibility that it doesn't make sense, that the performance equal you, no variable, there are no X or Y's or Z's, like it's all clear number, like performance equal 100, always, always. Then if you let it sink in, you're like, what's going on? Why do I notice that sometimes I do better than other times? And you start considering that really all that is happening, all that is moving, what moves is not our potential, it's our attention. That's the only thing that can move, our attention. It's kind of like as if you're watching the video version of this, you will see, there's stuff on my screen. There's a guitar, there's a plant, there are books, there's a printer, and there's me talking. Now, clearly the video doesn't change. It's not variable. It's not, oh yeah, sometimes there's more printer, sometimes there's more guitar. No, the video is the same. What can change is your attention. If you let your attention go and be grabbed by the orange vase and the plant, that's going to be your experience. So if it's the guitar, then it's going to be your experience. But all that is moving is not the video, what's been said, none of it. The only thing, the only variable is where your attention is going. So when we are putting our attention into games in our head, when we are trying, I mentioned it in a previous episode, but trying to control outcomes, or I'm going to do that really, really well. See, if when I'm a made up characters in a game where I need to come up with as many possible negative scenarios as I can because that's going to keep me safe and prepared. But I'll do that really well. Think of how creative we can be with the dark scenarios we can think of. So we are actually showing up 100% of our potential, just we're playing a game that is not the game we have in front of us. So we're doing really well here, and therefore pretty poorly here. But it would be the same as you would go if you're an athlete. You would go on the pitch, and you would bring your Nintendo Switch, and while you're playing, you're actually focused on Super Mario on the Switch. And you wouldn't be too surprised that you played poorly. But it's not because your potential minus interference, it's because your greatness, your clarity, your creativity, your talent was all poured into Super Mario and not into the football game. That's it. But you are never a variable. Your potential is not a variable. You're always playing a great game, always. The question is, what game are you playing right now? Which is a completely different question. Think of, if you're honest, I bet that the question running your life is some variation of, how am I doing? How am I doing? We keep monitoring. We check. How am I doing? Am I doing well? Oh, I'm not doing well. Oh, I should do better. And it's a mess because it's completely, it brings us off track because it's not rooted in how it works. But if that question changes from how am I doing, because like, no, I know I'm doing great. I can only do great. Now the question is, what game am I doing great in? Then now I'm looking, oh yeah, where am I actually looking? Am I looking at what isn't or the game that I'm playing? And then, and I think we're going to talk about it in a future episode, but kind of spoiler, the beauty is that is the game that the point here is not even then to master our attention and to be really good at focusing on the pitch, because ultimately you might have noticed that our attention naturally goes to what we respect the most. So if I think that this game is real, that it is true that if I don't think of any possible negative scenario, I won't be safe and I might die, then of course my attention is going to go there because I respect that too much, way more than the football I'm playing or the meeting or whatever. But when I'm start seeing, oh, but none of this this is all made up, I lose respect for this. And on the other hand, I start gaining respect for the power that gets unleashed when I am actually playing the game of what's in front of me, playing to play, whatever it is, trusting everything else. And I start loving, oh my God, that works so well. It's so incredible. And I start achieving incredible results, and my dreams are so much closer. So I gain respect for that. Then my attention is going to naturally go to that. So we'll find that the works isn't even to make sure you pay attention to the right thing, but to keep being in this conversation long enough to lose respect for what isn't, to start seeing like, oh, why would I even bother? It's so boring. And to gain respect for life, for the incredible gift we have that we get to express ourselves moment by moment. I stop here for now, and I talk to you